Welcome to Under the Radar episode. We don't care. We're still probably I'm still dressed the same. Mike's dressed differently. And today, what we're going to be talking about is Caitlyn Jenner's issue with Joe Rogan, calling him transphobic because of I don't know. We'll just look into it, but I'm sure it's going to be really entertaining. So there we go.
Enjoy.
Wrong video.
Joe Rogan, this is not the first time he's said things like this. He's a homophobic, transphobic ass. And he calls my family, especially the girls, crazy bitches. And he does this all the time. Let's get real here. My daughters have obviously done extremely well. They're more famous. They have more money than he has. They have just about everything more than he has. Okay? He's gotten his fame by putting other people down. And
that's not true. We go to Joe Rogan to learn some stuff. Actually, he spends more time teaching us stuff than he does talking about homophobic or transphobic stuff.
And it's arguable that they're more popular than him.
Yeah, I mean, more people know about Joe Rogan. But you know what? Look, I think the girls, which are the Kardashian girls and Jenner girls, they've done extremely well.
Oh,
I'm actually super. If I was going to talk to people about business models, I'm like, look at these people. Like, I don't even get people putting the Kardashians down. They're amazing. However, what he's saying here with, oh shit, I'm in trouble just for saying he. What she's saying, fuck. It wasn't because I was transphobic. It's just slip of tongue. What she's saying here is that he's trying to be homophobic and he puts down people to get fame. That's grossly inaccurate, and everyone knows.
But
that.
He's angry.
He's angry.
She.
Fuck.
It's so confusing, and we don't care what we say.
We really do not mean any harm, but she.
How many people
is fucking wrong about this specific thing, which is with the Joe Rogan stuff.
That was actually like an honest mistake as well.
It was.
I'm not trying.
Yeah, I'm sure someone's going to counsel us about 20 years from now when I try to run for prime minister or something. Or
How dare you?
Making jokes about it. My family has done it through hard work. I mean, my girls have worked their tail off. They've been smart business women. They are intelligent. They're extraordinarily hardworking. And that's how they've made their businesses and their fame. They didn't do it by making jokes about other people and putting them down. He says maybe because I was around all these crazy bitches that I, transitioned. It's not even close. I mean, I've had these
are jokes.
This work my entire life. I just tried it to, once I got to the point in life where I could, my kids were raised and they're all doing well and this and that, maybe I could live the remainder of my life authentically. And it has been the most wonderful experience I ever had. I wake up in the morning every day and I'm so happy because I can just be myself all day.
Would you go on his podcast and what would you say to him about telling those kinds of jokes?
Being gender dysphoric, transitioning, all of that is not a joke. It's very serious stuff.
We can see.
Concerning family, friends, the society, all of these types of things. And I just feel like Joe Rogan has a lot to learn. I'm not afraid of anybody, to be honest with you. I can speak on this subject, and I'm not this bad person, terrible person, that transition and this and that. No,
I don't think anyone's ever actually said that either.
I try to be a good person. I try to help other people. And I think Joe Rogan needs some help. And of course I would do the show. But honestly, I think also if I was sitting right in front of him, he would treat me a lot differently. It's one thing to say something on a stage or something on your show and make a joke about it, but it's harder to do it to your face.
Yeah, you're right. Because it's called a fucking joke.
And that's the problem.
It's a damn joke, and he just moved on with it. So it's
So this is it means that this
just remember
is
to say she.
As if I would forget. It's like it's a no-go zone.
Yeah.
You cannot joke at all about this. I reckon you can joke about everything.
You can
to
joke
be
about
honest.
anything. I'm in a wheelchair. I welcome good jokes. If you have a good joke about a wheelchair or being black, I'll take
And
it.
you know, we spoke about it.
Has to be
If
good.
one joke
Yeah.
that is good is all right, then you know, if I keep
Yeah.
joking
Yeah.
at you
Yeah.
about this,
Yeah.
then it becomes
Also-
harassment.
Also, again, we go back to context. Context matters a lot.
Yes,
Yeah. It's,
you can say anything
Yeah.
with it if you got enough emotional intelligence to understand the context and the timing
Yeah.
of saying what you're about to say or do what you're about to
Yeah.
do, which sometimes can be very inappropriate or an excellent joke.
Yeah.
Like me ripping my own t-shirts on my clients
Yeah.
who borrowed my t-shirt.
Yeah.
She said, I'll clean it for you.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's an old t-shirt
Yeah.
and I just went, I
Yeah.
knew she had like a sports bra
Oh,
underneath.
thank God.
And
this
she
was about to
laughed
get-
so much. She was a lawyer as
Yeah,
well.
Yeah.
And the context, the timing
Yeah.
was perfect.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
if you do this in the park, it's
Yeah.
called rape.
It is.
You know?
If someone else is walking by at that time, they're like, "Holy fuck!"
Especially if you don't know that
Yeah,
person.
you're so lucky
you
you're not
know?
black as well. That would have been.
But coming back to
Yeah.
this, is
It's
I don't
all
know.
about context. But her statement is definitely, it's absolutely incorrect about like if she. I don't think she probably watches a lot of Joe Rogan content. There's a lot of educational stuff in there, and he does not rip at anyone. He tries to understand. He listens to everyone's story. So it's kind of like, for example, she's saying that her daughter's made money so and so way. He knows because he actually does do his research. Like, and when he doesn't do his research, he usually says, "I didn't actually do research." Enough."
Yes.
We don't research everything we do. We just think it's entertaining. Sometimes you just gotta live life on the flow. However, everything we say is not stuck in stone.
Of course.
It's just entertainment. We try to create stuff. We try to use our time, our existence on Earth to do something. You can still make jokes. They're humans.
Because
They're-
you remember the joke, what it was about? It was
Yeah.
about the marbles,
Yeah.
and because he lives with 3 women,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
they take marbles out of his manhood all the
Yeah.
time, and
Yeah.
then you become,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you
Yeah.
want some flowers,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you want
Yeah.
the little frame that
Yeah.
you wouldn't, you know, we
Yeah.
wouldn't buy. Or,
And he was basically referencing his stand-up as to how he was going to explain how his girls
That's
have done
right.
the same thing to him.
that's right, and he was explaining. I think that's exactly what,
Yeah.
if I remember well,
Yeah,
he
it
was
was.
explaining that you gotta put yourself out there first,
yeah.
so the joke doesn't become offensive.
Yeah.
Because I put myself there first,
Yeah, and that
it's
became-
still.
It became offensive anyway.
It's still so. The moral of the story is that say what you have to say
fuck it.
politely,
Yeah.
and expect that there will be one person who will disagree with you
See.
and say you're inappropriate, you're incorrect,
Exactly.
you're an asshole.
This shit we do here right now, where we just sit on this place in this cave and turn a light on. I mean, it's nothing on the grand scheme of anything
Absolutely
on
not.
life's existence. But I'm sure at some point, if I don't know, maybe you were driving down the road and you killed a puppy and it made the news. Someone's just gonna take a snippet segment of this discussion that we have in here to prove how horrible of a person you are.
Yeah.
They'll just replay that part where you said Caitlyn Jenner, and they were like, see.
See, no respect for living
Homophobe,
species. You know?
He hates women. He hates
Yes.
transphobic. Yeah, and he's got his little slave guy in the front. they'll just twist the narrative. They'll twist the narrative, and you'll be out there dodging bullets, right?
Yeah.
And I've always wondered if I were a celebrity though, like if I was, because most celebrities, I don't know how they do this, but if someone comes at me and says you're homophobic or you're this or you're that and it's inaccurate, I will go to every length in this world to call them out. I wouldn't just sit down and let my publicist handle this. I'll
Yes.
come and just go, here is the context, here's what I said, here's how I said it, and here's how I apologize for it, and here's how I wasn't taking myself seriously.
I don't know if would be the right.
Yeah, the publicists always tell their clients not to reply because in case they do any other damage. But I'm just kind of like, no, people are still gonna condemn you anyway.
But
might
you
as well speak
see,
your own.
you see, for example, how And I thought about it today because I was listening to Rogan,
Yeah.
and I was thinking of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
You know, the amount of inappropriate stuff
Yeah,
that
but
he
he
says.
gets away with it.
He gets away with it because he says it offends people.
Yeah.
And then he continued to talk shit and other shit and other shit, and
Yeah.
he put so much shit on the pile
That you have none
that
to
you
focus
forgot
on.
what was the offending
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So every day, I was listening Rogan today. He was with this English lady talking about what were they talking about? About sex robots.
Yeah.
Okay, and you know, he made the apologies for the comment that he said he was uninformed.
Yeah, yes,
Okay,
you
you understand that. And then you just
Twitter.
put like 2 more podcasts. I think since then doesn't refer to this. It's over.
Yeah.
I'm putting more stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just better to swarm.
Yeah, you just
the
gotta
thing
carry on.
with more shit, and
Yeah.
then it gets forgotten, gets swept under the rug.
Yeah.
It's
It's sort of the way to go about it.
you have to. I
Yeah.
think otherwise it's just gonna.
Snowball into
Yeah,
some
and
of
you
that
know,
crap.
when people sniff blood, what do they
Yeah.
do? They bite.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they
They
want to
definitely
go.
do.
They go for the throat.
Yeah.
So it's better to show. I did what I apologized. It was sincere. I'll do my research, whatever it means, and then move on, and that's it. Case closed. Otherwise, but go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, in case someone stumbles upon like 2 guys talking about Caitlyn, our reaction to Caitlyn Jenner's statement about Joe Rogan being homophobic or transphobic, right? You just realize that you'd be like, why the fuck are these 2 nobody's talking about something like that? But you realize TMZ also talked to Caitlyn Jenner about this stuff because they need content. No one gives a fuck. None of this stuff we talk about actually
They love a little story.
we always just need content to talk about. That's basically
and then
it.
we use it.
And we use it. They used it, and it's just how the thing flows. Like, but on the real, that was dumb. That whole shit was dumb.
How much heat that he received by Rogan since he moved to
Yeah.
Spotify. I would. There's something.
I would quit.
That's exactly. Say, hey, you're $100 million. Okay,
Yeah,
like I'll give it all back to you,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna keep going what I used to do.
It's what Dave Chappelle did.
Think, you know, it's like surely he was making a lot of money before.
He had some cash, but $100 million. You're just kind of like, because I know he's kind of like one of the first people to do it. I don't know. I didn't do any research on that, but he's kind of one first one to do that. So he just had
So
to.
money talks, eh?
Money,
It's
yeah.
like, because he was like he's multi-millionaire already.
Yeah.
So how much do you need when you lose? When like now he's going to be under massive scrutiny. They, you may say, "Oh, I don't care," but surely eventually, if I flicked you once, But if I flick you all the time, a little bit every day, eventually, So you can say, "Oh, I don't read this, I don't read that," but it comes to his ears. His family will know, and if he can't say, and he got to weigh his words, which is never was what he was doing before.
Yeah. If you're paying us $100 million right now, you and I, we would have to readjust. We already failed just at the beginning of this whole discussion.
Yes, I know. That's right. Can you imagine when we got like 24 views?
And this means nothing to us because, at the end of the day, we're just thinking, oh, fuck, I gotta have lunch, right? And then you look on the news and everyone's like, ooh, Mike was transphobic. And you're just like, what? I didn't. Oh, that thing I said. I wasn't even. I wasn't thinking about it.
For us, it means nothing.
It
but
means nothing.
He's got millions of downloads per month.
Yeah.
So
So
it's just like I would. I know it's easy for me. Like, I got nothing.
Yeah.
But if you give me 50 million to keep my freedom, keep doing what we're doing now, for 50 million or $100 million. And being under scrutiny and have I don't know if it's true, but apparently they were talking about putting a kind of a project manager to supervise what he was going to do and say.
He might as well quit now if that's the truth.
So it's what, 3 weeks in, 2 weeks in.
So that would be like having a producer on the radio channel.
Yeah. So the thing at first place, I think it was to keep doing what he was doing. But nothing is free. If I give you $100 million,
Yeah.
I want something out of
Yeah.
you. I'm not gonna give you.
You're gonna have to suck some dick somehow.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
exactly what I was
Yeah.
thinking. So you don't give that kind of money,
Yeah, without
and
some
so
kind
take this and just keep doing
of, yeah,
it.
dude. Yeah,
I'm gonna
and-
go with
fuck,
camping.
Not that. Not that.
Yeah, and maybe not that one.
Yeah,
you know,
don't do that one. You know what? Just stick to the other stuff that you were doing.
because that's what they did at the beginning. And
Yeah.
there was some more controversial
Yeah.
podcasts that
Yeah.
been out
Yeah.
of the catalog.
Yeah,
So when they bought a catalog, they
Yeah.
so I don't know.
I take.
It's
I,
like-
I think where they might just stir him into is
Mm.
to do more the educational stuff we've come to sort of also enjoy from him, like talking to all these.
Like today, like
Yeah.
the lady who wrote that book about that was pretty
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, so that's probably the angle they want him to stay on
Mm.
and not talk. Like, I think it's when he hangs out with comedians
Yeah.
or other normal people.
It just goes
Yeah,
wherever
yeah,
it goes.
yeah.
They get high.
They have
a
fun
few
and they
drunk.
talk about, and I think those are the ones he really enjoys. But you know,
That's the one I was enjoying
Yeah,
the most as well.
exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
in some ways, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh,
yeah, like he doesn't have to care about. You don't have to think, "Ooh, is this a Trump supporter? Is it a Biden supporter?" It's just talk, whatever the fuck comes into your mind, and let's smoke a cigar. And I think that's something that I think Spotify might try to push him away from because they want to curate everything he says.
yes.
But anyway,
We're not gonna feel sorry for him too much, but
No,
on
yeah.
the selfish point of view, like,
Yeah.
you know, I feel that it changed a bit,
yeah, it
and
will,
he's more like a radio host.
which is a thing he didn't want to be.
Yeah,
What's that thing I always say in almost every podcast? You live
Yeah.
long enough to be the hero or die. Sorry, wait.
no,
It's either
the
you
other way
die a
around.
hero. Yeah, it's either you die a hero or live long enough to become the villain.
Yes,
Yeah, so
that's a great line, and
yeah,
I think that's.
he's gonna eventually people are gonna be like, fuck Rogan, he does this. Yeah.
So to finish, on to conclude,
Yeah.
make an educated judgment
Yeah.
between who's right, who's wrong. I think
I'm gonna go with the woman is wrong. That's my solid opinion on this because
I think
it was comedy
yes,
and everyone needs to lighten the fuck up.
yes, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think she. Oh no! I laugh after. So my
Cancel him.
effort, my effort to be correct.
Cancel
Is
him
it
because I'm not
cancel-
editing. I'm not
cancel-
editing of this.
I'm gonna go and apologize. I'm gonna go to confess. She needs to lighten up, and if she's so happy, as she says she is, and
Yeah.
I'm sure she is, and I
Yeah.
hope she is.
Yeah.
If her daughters are so as successful,
Yeah.
what does it matter what Joe Rogan says? You know,
Yeah.
it's like get on with it and just don't
Move
try
on.
to be a social
Yeah.
justice warrior. Like,
Yeah. All right. Well, if you guys have anything else you want to say or tell us that our podcast is shit, put that in the comments. We are not homophobic. Do not cancel us. And if you want to cancel us, go right ahead.